Do you like sleeping? I know I do. But like everyone, I often find it a little difficult to actually drift off. It could be that the neighbours are throwing yet another late night party. Or it could be that the kids have woken you in the middle of the night for the third time this week, but this time you're completely wide awake, wired, thinking about all the things that you need to get done tomorrow. Well, whatever's causing it, I think I found a little piece of tech that might actually be able to help. These are the Soundcore Sleep A20s, the more budget-friendly version of the Soundcore Sleep A30s. They might look like a regular pair of earbuds, but these are actually designed with sleep and relaxation in mind. They're built to be comfortable enough to wear all night long, whilst blocking out unwanted noise or distractions through passive noise blocking, and can even track your sleep to make sure you're getting enough of it. So what I want to know is, do these actually help you sleep better, or are they just a gimmick designed to sucker in people like me who are desperate to get a good night's sleep? Let's take a look. Before we actually put the A20s to the test, let's take a quick look at the specs and find out what you actually get for the $160 price tag. They do say you can't put a price on a good night's sleep. In the box, we have a charging/carry case, which not only keeps the earbuds charged up and secure, but is also great fun to fidget with. A USB-A to USB-C charging cable, and a whole array of different ear wings and ear tips that you can experiment with to find the perfect fit for your ears. Now, the included ear wings do look a little weird, but are actually quite important. Unlike the Soundcore Sleep A30s, the A20s don't have active noise cancellation, as they don't have a microphone. This means that the noise reduction comes purely from the wings being properly fitted into your ears, which sounds low tech, but it actually does the job really well. It's not often I'm sleeping in a genuinely loud environment, as long as I ignore the wife's snoring.
I can hear you, you know.
You do get access to noise masking if you leave the Soundcore app open, which is different to noise cancellation, but I'll touch on this in a moment. The majority of the earbuds are covered by the ear wing and ear tip, which both feel like the soft material that you'd normally get on earphone tips. The actual hardware underneath feels sturdy and lightweight, as you'd probably expect for earbuds in this price range. Tapping on the side of the earbuds allows you to start or stop playback, enable or disable sleep mode, or turn the volume up and down by either double or triple tapping. You can customize each of these controls in the Soundcore app if you want to, and each headphone can be modified independently. Tapping the side of the earbuds allows you to start or stop playback, enable or disable sleep mode, or turn the volume up and down by either double or triple tapping either headphone. You can customize these controls in the Soundcore app if you want to, and each headphone can be modified independently. It's worth pointing out though that the tap controls don't always seem to register my tap properly. I've found that giving it a bit of a whack seems to help, but it's still not always perfect. But as I'm mostly using these for sleep at the moment, it's not causing me any issues. The earbuds themselves are charged through the really satisfying slidey case. And as cool as this case looks, and as much as I love playing with it, it can be a bit of a nuisance to open, as it isn't always obvious which direction you're supposed to slide the lid without actually looking at it. There's a tiny arrow at the bottom that shows you where you need to push, but even then, if you're not quite at the right angle, it's still a bit resistant to open. You can charge the case via USB-C and then place the earbuds inside, making sure the plates at the bottom of each earbud line up correctly so they start charging. The battery should last for up to 14 hours in sleep mode or 10 hours in Bluetooth mode. The charging case can hold up to 80 hours of charge if you're using sleep mode, or 55 hours if you're using Bluetooth. There are also two settings that you can change to help make the battery last longer when being used for sleep. You can have the earbuds turn off after a certain amount of time, for example, after 1 or 2 hours of being turned on, or you can have them automatically turn off when it detects you've fallen asleep. I have to say though, they don't seem to be able to track this very well, and have regularly detected me as sleeping when I wasn't. In regards to audio quality, I would say that the Sleep A20s are kind of mid. The quality's far from bad, but due to the smaller form factor of these earbuds, the bass response is just a little flat and often muddies songs with a lot of low-end frequencies. To get the most out of your Sleep A20s, you need to get them connected up to the Soundcore app. Here you can set up alarms or sleep reminders, which remind you to go to bed, you know, in case you forget. You can customize the tap controls, set up custom EQ, or even enable smart volume, which will raise or lower the volume based on the level of noise around you to help keep you locked into your sleep sesh. You can also activate sleep mode, which allows you to listen to pre-downloaded soundscapes directly on the earbuds. By which I mean you don't have to have the earbuds connected to your phone via Bluetooth in order to listen to some soothing white noise or the sounds of the sea. If Bluetooth and a little extra battery drain isn't a problem for you, then you also have the ability to listen to a number of different AI brainwave audio tracks. Now, I actually thought these sounded really good to start with, but I ended up playing with the sliders to change how they sounded, and it kind of made it sound worse. The final and probably main feature of the Sleep A20s is the ability to track your sleep with them. Like most sleep tracking devices, it provides some really interesting stats from your night's sleep. You can see your total sleep, time in bed, awakenings, and even a sleep efficiency score. The combination of these 4 stats gives you an overall sleep score, so you can grade how good your sleep was. You can see a breakdown of how much time you spent in each of the sleep stages, and even get to see what positions you slept in throughout the night, or how many times you rolled over. I think that these stats are presented in a really nice and easy to digest format, and they do a really great job of not overwhelming you. But I feel I should say that I'm not entirely sure of how accurate this data is. Take a look at this night here. I used the app to start tracking my sleep at exactly 23:40, my usual bedtime. But according to these stats, I fell asleep instantly and only woke once during the night, which isn't really like me. The problem with sleep trackers is you never really know just how accurate they are, because, you're asleep when the tracking is happening. I also have to admit that I don't have a large number of nights tracked, and this is largely because I'm a pretty awful front sleeper. Even though these earbuds are super comfortable and super low profile, unfortunately they do still put a lot of pressure onto your ear canal if you lie on them. So I do normally end up pulling them out now just as I'm drifting off. So what do I like about the Soundcore Sleep A20s? Above all else, they're super comfortable and do an absolutely amazing job of blocking out external noise, in spite of not having active noise cancellation. The app offers great customization options for the tap controls, and having the ability to download a variety of different sleep soundscapes directly to the earbuds themselves has been a lifesaver on a few occasions where I've left my phone at home when I've been staying at a hotel. The sleep tracking offers some really great data points and does give you some idea about the quality of your sleep that night. Oh, and the case. I love sliding this thing, it's like a fidget toy. In regards to what I don't like, there isn't anything major, but I do have a few gripes. And the biggest one has to be the audio quality. Like I said earlier, it isn't really bad as such, it's just a bit flat. The smaller form factor just means you're never going to get good, full-sounding bass. But if you're using these for the sole purpose of getting off to sleep at night, you really don't want bass blaring in your ears anyway. The tap controls feel a little unresponsive sometimes and do require a few attempts before they actually pause the song or change the volume. I have a pair of Tozo T10s which aren't even a quarter of the price of these, and their controls are significantly easier to use. And that's a great segue into my final point. These are currently being sold on Amazon for $160, which, given the audio quality and unresponsive controls, does feel a little bit pricey for earbuds. Now, I should say that I think that the cause of the higher price tag is probably due to the sleep tracking functionality, as most sleep trackers these days do seem to be on the pricey side if you want to pick up something that isn't a pile of hot garbage. So I guess the ultimate question is, did the Soundcore Sleep A20s help me get a better night's sleep? Yeah, I would say they did. Like I said, I do struggle to keep them in all night, but I still find them incredibly helpful just getting me right to the edge of sleep when I'm staying in noisy hotels, or even when I need to concentrate on my work. I could just pop them in and start playing sounds of the ocean to help keep me focused. If you're someone looking for earbuds to help improve your sleep at night and happen to have $160 burning a hole in your pocket, then I would definitely recommend giving these a go. However, if you're looking for something to help you sleep at night and use as your daily drivers for listening to music on the go, I would probably say the Soundcore Sleep A20s might not be the best choice for you.